sale. Let's start out with something for sale that neither of us knows what it is. It has an adjustment. The thing spins. It might be threaded on one side, covered in plastic. It has a seat here, an inlet for some electronics inside. Wires went through there. Any ideas, Fred? It's listed as Thingamabob on the eBay sales page, because go through 100,000 items of stuff, and sometimes you just come across something that can't be identified. If you happen to identify, want, and bid on the Thingamabob, we will throw in an additional Thingamabob. 2 Thingamabobs for the auction price of 1. Well, howdy. It's time for the featured item on Fred's Interesting Stuff. And this episode's featured item is something that you won't be able to find anywhere else on the face of this earth. Well, I'm pretty sure on the face of this earth. And this is from the Los Alamos National Laboratory. It is a huge copper laser mirror. This is made out of a piece of steel, it appears, and has been plated with copper and forms a small parabola. Looks like it's got a focal point of probably something like about 7 feet. I guess it's for a laser. It's what Fred told me. I'm not sure about it. It weighs probably about 30 pounds, and it looks like it's about foot, 13, 14 inches in diameter. Right now it is extremely cold, and nowhere else on earth will you be able to find this. It says R equals 92 and an 8. I imagine that's the radius. And 6/27/1978 is the date on this thing when it was made. Could use a polish from someone that knows how to do it. You could even make a crazy telescope out of this if you like looking at the moon in copper color. Alright, next item. This one we can identify. Fred?
It's a cathode ray tube, Hewlett-Packard.
Was still in its package. It had been opened in. The number is 5083-2252A. The pins are still kept, so my guess is this one's new. This is a representative tube of the many. We got a few Tektronix for if you need a replacement scope tube or something else you might want to do with this. Van Atten, the quick heat soldering iron, thermostatic soldering iron, 225 watt. There's one listed, and there's a number of these. This identical one, others, tips. Freddie, why would you need a soldering iron that big?
Oh, that's quite handy for doing electrical work, especially with heavy wiring.
Heavy wiring, okay. I had one of these things on one time. I was using it for something, and I grabbed the wrong end. Smoke came off of my fingers, so I remember those very well.
Previously on Fred's Interesting Stuff.
And I pled with him, don't hit me again, but he just kept on hitting me until my face was all beat up like this.
I'm gonna go find him, and when we do, Ralph is gonna get dealt with.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Actually, are you sure you didn't get in a fight with the ground?
Right.
And what really happened to your face?
I was wanting to go swimming, so I ran out and I dove into the pool, and there wasn't any water in it.
This is the first thing, according to the internet website, about how to get rid of bruises. It says that there is something called bromelain, which is an enzyme in pineapple, which is meant to reduce bruising and swelling. Do you eat it? At first I thought it could be used topically, but then with the wounds, the actual cuts, that would probably hurt a lot. So you would probably start screaming if I put pineapple juice on your cuts.
That's true.
So we're not going to do that at all. Crack a joke or something.
I don't know any jokes.
Be hard pressed to find another one of these if either that or I'm just bad at researching, but I could not find another Coleman Engineering Company digitizer AP4D-UT with a 32 pin or something like that. Fred, the Coleman digitizer, tell me about it. What I learned is that for something like that, you could plug it into a voltage on an analog device like a motor to deliver a digital signal.
Yeah, this has rotary inputs.
Oh,
Looks like about a 10-to-1 ratio.
not many of these exist. This is rare. So yeah, I thought those were electrical plugs. To tell you the truth, this is actually a mechanical digitizer.
Don't do that.
Well, these are Carborundum Company 200,000 ohm resistors. Very high wattage.
These
Why
are-
are they made out of ceramic?
To dissipate heat, they're
Oh, okay.
200,000 ohms.
You can see through them. They have the silver on the end, as I imagine they slid into some sort of a terminal. Two different kinds they're going to be sold in sets of two.
Might be really interesting to have in their collection is a Back to the Future 3. It's in its original casing here.
We'll put them all together. You
And,
can buy all three Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3.
And letter boxed. So this is a very good, interesting collection you have here. So you can see there's.
I never really cared to watch the third one
For
because
a collector, this might be a very nice collection.
if you wanted all three Back to
And
the
this
Futures,
comes with, this is Robert Zesnick's film, and of course there's Michael J. Fox. So
yes,
in that.
a youthful Michael J. Fox.
And then we've got Fiddler on the Roof. Of course,
Hoy.
it's a classic, and so very many people might be interested in watching this. And this also has many very popular people here. Jewish ancestry. So if you're
Yes.
interested in Fiddler on the Roof, it's a deluxe letterbox edition, and of course it looks like it comes with 2 discs.
On Laserdisc. Yes, some of those.
So it
Think-
has 2.
I don't know if that was to keep the quality high, they used 2 discs, or if it was just necessary
Well,
for the length of the movie.
there you go. So if you're interested in that, we also have a newer release, which is probably from the 90s, The Scout,
Oh, yeah.
1994.
I never saw that movie.
This comes with a hunk of a guy here. We've got Brandon Fraser, of course, you know, from the George of the Jungle, and
Oh, yeah.
so if sports interests you, like baseball
Or Prayer.
or prayer, this would be a great one for you. And it's in very